What women really want. Let me learn you something about women. There's so many self-improvement YouTubers out there. There's so many people out there giving information about women, giving information about how to approach women, how to talk to women, how to escalate with women, how to just be around women. Right? They're giving you all this advice of you need to sleep with as many women as possible and never compliment her. She has too many guys complimenting her. Never compliment her. Never treat her good. If you treat her like crap, she'll chase you, right? Horrible advice. Horrible advice, by the way. The thing about those kind of women, the women who fall for guys who, if they're like emotionally distant towards them, or if they don't like them, or if they're like assholes to them, that is an internal battle that woman has to deal with. That is a sign of a woman who is honestly low quality, because she's the type of girl who will probably get ran through by an entire football team, right? These are the type of girls that go to college and they end up having 20 bodies in the first semester, right? They're going to parties every weekend. They're drinking, smoking all the time. Nasty stuff, right? But even still, even though they want a guy who is kind of a dumbass, kind of a degenerate himself, doesn't really have anything planned for himself, doesn't really take school seriously, is failing school, he doesn't have aspiration for a business, he still has this trait. He still has one trait that majority of women want in a man, and that trait is masculinity. That man, even though he is a low quality man to the self-improvement standards, he still has a very high level of masculinity. He still has a good amount of prioritizing goals and success and money over prioritizing women. You see this in a lot of the music that we listen to, music like rap music, hip hop. You see all the popular rappers talk about money over bitches, money over girls. I fuck her and then throw it to the side, right? Like the youth, teenagers, they listen to that, and so they take that same degenerate mentality into their relationships of I only focus on money and getting money, clothes, cars, hoes, right? It's not really a commitment attitude. It's not really like a marriage mindset of like dating for the long term. It's just more of like short term gratification. And that's the reason why most relationships don't make it past the honeymoon phase, which is like 2 to 4 months. That's why most people break up within like 4 months to even half a year, because the relationship is built upon pleasure. It's built off stimulus. And once that baseline for stimulus has passed, meaning that it's kind of like when a drug addict takes drugs, and then, once the first time they take drugs, it's like a high. They have to kind of take more of the drug in order to get that same high, right? But with a woman, it's not like you can have sex with the same woman and get the same high you got the first time. That's what would cause someone to like cheat. You feel me? Because they feel like, okay, I need to have sex with a different woman. I need to have sex with more women in order to feel that same baseline. I'm not saying that that's good. I'm not saying that that's the right thing to do. But that's just what happens. And also that man or woman could have grown up in a very toxic household, that could cause them to make decisions like that. Maybe she may have seen his or her father or mother cheating on their parent. Who knows? But yeah, masculinity, that is a very important trait. And what do I mean by masculinity? I mean, you could make this like as simple as put your goals, your success, your mission, your purpose over women. Do not prioritize women. Now, a lot of guys are going to hear that message and they're going to go right back to doing what they usually do, which is prioritize women, anxiously think about women all day. Think about how they can finally get sex, how they can lose their virginity, how they can finally get a girlfriend. They're going to be thinking about all these thoughts, right? And while they're thinking about these thoughts, their confidence is dwindling because they don't see the results in their life. They want a girlfriend. They want to have these experiences, which is why a lot of guys go to college just to have these experiences. It's not really to go get the degree and go and get their dream career, which most people don't find their dream career in college or getting the degree. But that's why most people go to college, is to have these experiences. Nasty work. Nasty work. Masculinity. They want a guy who they consider an alpha male. Women will only sleep with dudes that they respect. They will only sleep with dudes that they in some way look up to, that in some way they see as like this alpha male, this high status guy. Even if the guy is just a loser, even if you see the guys, there's no reason this girl should like him. You've probably seen in many cases where you see a pretty girl dating a super ugly dude and you're thinking, how the hell does that even work? This does not compute. This does not compute. The reason that happens is because that guy has more confidence than most of the guys in her life to just basically make his intentions clear. That's another part of being a masculine man, is being direct, saying what you want. Because when you're direct, you subconsciously, even if she doesn't like you or doesn't see you as a potential partner to sleep with or a potential person to be in a relationship with, she'll still put you over the dudes that are in the friend zone. Those dudes who act like her friend just to get close to her, just so they can whizzle her their way in. And one day, hopefully, she'll give him a chance. It rarely ever happens. And just because I say rarely doesn't mean that you should do that. Don't do that. Don't waste your time. If you want to be friends with a female, be friends genuinely. Because it's just a waste of time. Being direct, yes, making your intentions clear, making your intentions known. If you want to just sleep with a girl, telling the girl that that's just what you want. You want to be friends, but you want to have this type of relationship. If you want to get in a relationship with her, if you see a future with her, you tell her that. You don't play these guessing games. You don't play these weird games that all these alpha male YouTubers tell you to play, or all your friends play, all your degenerate friends play. Because I'm telling you, I've lived that same life. I've went to the parties. I've had sex with the girls. I've had the experiences, and all I can say is, it's so unfulfilling. Because you get into this mode of like feeling like you need to rely on sexual experiences in order to make yourself feel happy. You're relying on external things to make yourself feel good internally, rather than facing your internal battles head on. You also can become addicted to it. Like, sex addiction is a thing. It's a thing, and it's hard to get off of. Women want masculinity. Women want confidence. Women want assertiveness. That doesn't mean yell. That doesn't mean scream. That doesn't mean cuss a girl out. That means with a firm, deep voice. Or just a firm voice, because don't try and make your voice deep. That'll just look cringe. With a firm voice, loud and clear, you tell her exactly what you want out of this relationship. And if she doesn't want that, then she can leave. Another thing that masculine men have, another reason why women choose that asshole over you, is because they are willing to leave. And this may come off as they don't give a fuck about the girl, and they probably don't. They may have more options in their phone. They may have other girls on their phone that are just as good as she is. If the woman were to leave his life, you wouldn't break down and start crying, right? A lot of women like this type of dude because they don't have so much emotional investment in her. So they're able to just leave, or they're able to just be as confident as they can, or come off with more confidence because they don't care as much. Now, how do you not care as much? So a woman will like you or give you a chance, or these like low quality women will give you a chance, which is majority of women. You have more women in your phone. Start getting more options. Start talking to more women. Start approaching more women. Stop cold DMing women like you're a salesman. And you know what's funny? This is another point I wanted to make. It's funny, like, the women who are like sort of, kind of, maybe a little bit in a way ugly. Like, they may have a good figure. They may go to the gym. They may have a good body. Like, they're like a 5 or 6 out of 10. But they're kind of, tough in the face. Those girls are actually the ones with the most dudes in their phone. Like, they have the most options on their phone. Like, you look at their Snapchat. I don't even know who in my age group uses Snapchat, but if you do, stop. Who the fuck uses Snapchat anymore? But if what was I saying? Oh yeah, you look at a woman's Snapchat. She has multiple unread snaps. Like, fucking, like, if I have to do more than 3 scrolls, that's bad. She has to do 3 scrolls. I remember one time in high school, I was talking to this girl, and she didn't like me. She friends on me, but I kept pushing for her because I was so anxiously into her. And I was sitting next to her in class, and one moment she opened her Snapchat, and I was making like a corny joke, like, have you responded to my text message yet? Like, why have you responded yet? And she tried to act like, oh yeah, no, I didn't see it. So she went on her Snap. She didn't have my last name spelled right. Like, Snapchat had the first and last name. She didn't have like she didn't even have my last name spelled right, bro. What a time. But things are different now. But I looked at her Snapchat, bro, and it was like fucking 50, 100 dudes, like, just left on red, just left on delivered. I said red, left on delivered. And she would have like a couple dudes pinned, like those are the dudes she was taking serious. But then like she had the rest of the dudes were just left on delivered for weeks, days, weeks. And this is the same girl who would be like, oh no, I don't like being on social media. I don't like being on my phone. Right, but you're on your phone right now. You're on your phone and you're still leaving me on delivered. But I was very in my feminine energy. I was very emotionally invested. I was very relationship focused. And I'm not saying you can't like a girl. I'm not saying that you can't be in love with a girl. I'm not saying that you can't be emotionally invested in a relationship, a real relationship. But these thoughts, these hoes, they'll look at you as like, why is the dick appointment crying? Why is the one night stand crying? Right? So masculinity, being direct, being confident, talking to more girls. Women want a dude who's liked by other girls. And how you become liked by other girls, you do the other things I just said. Be direct. Have confidence. Be less emotionally invested. Have goals. And how do you become less emotionally invested? You have goals that you mentally prioritize over the woman, that you prioritize over the relationship. Confidence, assertiveness, having goals, having a mission, speak to other women. Stop being so emotionally invested in a girl that you're not even dating. That's a big one. Let a woman prove to you that she is worth your effort. I say this a lot of times. A lot of men need to start dating like women. Women have so many options. Women enter the dating scene with so much abundance because they know they have so many options. Because they're high quality. I'm saying men should get to that point of being high quality, of being like a 7, 8, 9. And women will start to chase you. Most men have never been chased by a woman. A lot of men have never slept with a woman, have never had a girlfriend. Because you never try. You don't go out there and fail. You don't go out there and approach women. You don't go out there and speak to people and improve your social skills. I'm not just saying women, I'm saying men too. You're awkward. You're awkward. You make these cringy jokes. You're not really funny. When was the last time you had a haircut? I need one too, but I'm not taking the hat off. I've been in the game a little, so I can pass. But with most of y'all, my voice just cracked like a mother. For most of y'all gonna have to work on yourselves. You gonna have to work on yourself, and then you gonna have to work on the inner. You gonna have to work on that confidence, man. That inner confidence. Another thing is the mindset too. You can't think that you're not good enough for this girl. You can't think that this girl is so high quality that you could just never get her. Because then you're literally crossing yourself off the list immediately. Because don't think that there's no woman that's not talking to any other guy, unless she's just unattractive. But if she's a 6, 7, 8, she has other guys on her phone. I don't even think I finished the point. I was saying like the girls who are like a little bit ugly, those are the girls who have multiple dudes on their phone. And then it's the girls who are like 9s and 10s. Those are the girls who like rarely are talking to anybody. Because they have all these dudes who are so afraid to approach her, but they follow her on Instagram and then they try and cold DM her and she leaves them undelivered. She doesn't even text them back. So the only dudes that she would talk to are the guys that approach her in person. Now, you could approach her in person, get her number, and she may never text you back. But at least you got a rep. Think of dating, think of approaching women as like a rep. Think of it as like a rep for your social skills. Doing like a bicep curl, doing like a squat rep every time that you approach a girl. And trust me, the best looking dudes get rejected, bro. Rarely, but they get rejected. The highest status dudes get rejected. The highest status dudes get done wrong. I get done wrong. I ain't even that high status. I don't think I'm shit. I don't got that many Instagram followers. I don't got that many YouTube subscribers yet. I still get rejected. Even with all the confidence and social skills I got. Even with all the status that I have around my college campus, I still get rejected. I remember I was sitting there doing my homework. A girl walked by. I said, "Hey, can I speak to you real quick?" She was like, "No, I'm good." And they say the worst she can say is no. Nah, I'm playing. Approach that girl, man. If you see a girl that you like, if you see a girl that you may be interested in, if you see a girl that's potentially an 8 or 10, risk rejection, bro. That's another thing that the masculine guys, these assholes, do. With the reason that they pick assholes over nice guys is because they go for the girl and they don't care, even if they're kind of ugly in the face. They've accepted that trait of them, and they go out and do it anyways. They know that there's other areas that they can be better at, like being funny or being charming or learning how to flirt or working on their body, working on the gym, focusing on things that they can control. Maybe clearing up their skin, getting a skincare routine so they don't have these little acne spots on their face. If you like this type of content, subscribe, comment, like, get the YouTube algorithm rolling. Y'all know the deal. Yeah. With that being said, we growing, we moving. Road to 1,000. And we locked in. I love you.